Hello, welcome back to Canva Tips for Authors. On my Facebook group, which is Canva Tips for Authors, I'm running a challenge for myself to design some book covers based on suggestions from people in the group. And so I did one for a psychological thriller. I will put the link in. And today I'm going to do a rom-com one, which was suggested by Cynthia. So what I asked for was a title, genre, and a little bit about the book so that I could design a cover. So what Cynthia suggested was As Snug as a Bug, contemporary romance, one bed, enemies to lovers, undercover reporters on assignment at a tropical resort, and a graphic cover. So it's part of an existing series. I had a look at the existing covers and they're all photographic covers and they're perfect for the market. But this is the challenge. Graphic cover, enemies to lovers, undercover reporters, tropical resort. Okay. I ended up with this, which captures the only one bed and the bug being microphones, that kind of bug because of undercover reporters. And with a hint of sort of bright sunshine. So I'm going to show you how to make that. Like I said before in the previous video, doing the cover, actually making the cover is fun. The difficult bit is working out what to put on the cover. Like, what images do you use? So for this, snug as a bug, you know, we, these are all the things that I looked at. I looked at some rom-com covers with graphic images, and most of them had a couple on it. And it would have been ideal because it's enemies to lovers. It could have been ideal to have two people facing away from each other. That would have worked. But then, how do you portray journalist? How do you portray summer beach resort undercover? So these are all images that I tried in my little trial and error thing. I was leaning heavily into the only one bed. Although I did try people, I tried tropical resort, um, lots of different permutations, mic drop. I did find a lovely image, which was this one, which was a hand holding a mug, sticking out from a bed holding a mug. And I thought if you changed that to a microphone and cartoonized it, that would work very well. So I did try it, but that's what the cartoonizer came up with. Cartoonize, if you don't know, is an app in Canva. So you take an image and then you go to apps, your apps, because I used it recently. Cartoonify, there we go. Now, what it does is I think it's an AI. I don't know how it works, but the AI reinterprets what's there and turns it into a cartoon. Now, what I wanted was this arm and the bed turned into a cartoon. Let's see what I get. While we're waiting, I'm Jeevani Charikar, romance and women's fiction author and Canva nerd, and I'm here to help authors use Canva better to get images for their social media. Right, so this is what the Cartoonify thing came up with, and it is not at all what I wanted. Um, the first go, it came up with this, which I love as an image. I just love it. And it would make such a great book cover for a different sort of book. So, I'm just going to keep it there. But let's go back to what we were doing. So I tried all of these different things. Various permutations, various shapes, sizes, whatever. And this was what I ended up with. So let's go and make this. If you want to give me a suggestion of a title and details about a book to make a cover for, just come and join the Facebook group and post it in the relevant thread. I'll be doing this every few months. Right, so we want a Kindle cover, so we're going for 1600 by 2560. Right, I'm going to use the elements that I've already searched for. If I did this in real time, it would be 3 hours of me searching and then maybe like a half an hour to an hour making the cover. So we have decided on, where's my image gone? This couple here. So now it's a funny shape. It's going to leave corners. So let's make them quite big and lower them down. There. Okay, maybe a bit lower because we want snug as a bug to be at the top. Okay, so text. Snug. As a bug. Okay, it's quite a nice title, rhymes, and it's quite neat and tidy. Right. Let's group them together and make them bigger. That sort of size would fit quite well. Right. Now then we need a font. Now I wanted to put microphones into the U's here. So we need a U that is sans serif, I think, really, to get away with it. And it's not going to lean either way. So I think, having searched through a load of fonts, this was the one I found, which is, what is it? Go to layers, para. Okay. So let's go to that one and find para. Because it's got a nice big U. Now we're going to make as a quite small. Center it. And then snug, and bug. To select them both, you select one, press shift, and then select the other. Hold shift down. Right. Let's make snug and bug a bit bigger. All right. And let's move the letter spacing in bug a little bit so that it's not so small compared to snug. Okay. And then I looked for microphone and I found this lovely thing. Make it bigger. Let's change the color of it because it's quite orange at the moment. And let's change the color to whatever that color is. Document colors. Why are there no document colors? What's going on here? All right, let's find out what that color is. That one. Click on it. FEA 087. Copy. Paste. Excuse me, I'm a little bit sneezy today. So, right, I've changed the color of that. And now let's get it to the right sort of size to fit in the middle of this. Okay, and let's position this forward. Maybe move it down a bit. Okay, let's copy that and paste it in here. Now when this happens, this is annoying, right? You select it and then you just use your keys on your keypad to move it left by a couple of pixels and down by a couple of pixels. Whoop. And then hold it again and go left. There we go. Okay, and then bring it to the front. It is at the front. Okay, and now for the background. What do we do for the background? Let's have a look. So I tried various colors, and I think I ended up with pink, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I did try lots of different colors. I thought maybe orange or yellow, but it just washes out this. So that gives you a little bit of contrast without it being too jarring. So snug as a bug. Okay. And then I also wanted that tropical feel. So what I searched for was tropical shadow. And this was one that came up, which is okay. That could have worked. But this one worked better. So this one basically looks like the sun pouring in through a window. Actually, this one might be quite nice as well. Yeah, it's too harsh. Right. So basically, it's just a little bit of like, it looks like light pouring in through a window. And I put it on top because that's what it would look like if light was pouring in through a window. Plus, it just gives a nice texture to the scene. It makes it look more realistic, if that makes sense, even though they're cartoons. Right. And then I looked for wire, I think, or cord. And I got this one. Now, these are all Canva Pro elements. I did search for free ones, but there just wasn't that much, really. Oh, that one's a better shape. Let's use that one. Oopsie. If you have trouble selecting something, go to layers, show layers, and then you can select exactly what you need. Okay. Why does that look slightly off? Bug. There, that looks better. Okay, and then I needed to add her name. Cynthia Trust. Copy and paste. Now, I think this would probably be okay in para as well. And if you wanted to, you could have in really small letters, love down under story. You could have it there or there. And to make this stand out a bit, let's go to effects and go to lift, which would make it stand out. And maybe you could change the color. No, not bright pink. Yeah, I could do that. Or something contrasty. That would work, but it doesn't really fit. So you could do that and have lift, or you could do get rid of that, and add a little blur behind it, a white one. This is the one that I really like because it's kind of amorphous, no straight lines. We like that. Put it there, make it as small as we need it to be. Be rotated a bit. So it just covers the bits that we want. And then you take the transparency down until it's barely there, but it's just covers enough for the title, to the author name to stand out. In fact, let's change the font color. Layers, show layers, snug. Select all of those and change the font color to that same gray. Nah, it was better in black, wasn't it? Let's go for black. Okay. There we go. And then all you have to do is save it and upload it to wherever you want it to be. I hope you found that useful. And if you did, please tell all your friends and share. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. It makes a big difference to me to know that it's worth doing what I'm doing. I'll be doing another book cover next week. February is book cover challenge month, I've decided, and not coincidentally, we're doing book covers on Debut Author Club, where we're talking about what goes on a book cover, what you need to tell a book cover designer if you're commissioning a book cover, that kind of thing. If you're an author who would like to talk to other authors about using Canva, come and join the free Facebook group. The link is in the description. If you want to buy Canva Pro, if you use my link, I get some small amount of money. It doesn't cost you anything, and I would be very grateful. Okay, well, I will see you next week with another video. Next week's video is probably going to be a fantasy one because there was a fantasy cover request. And thank you for your time.